All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers coming at you from the GMS Camp Atlanta Church. And before we get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful let's be pushing the truth. All right. Now, in today's lesson, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, the whole world and called God in Jesus Christ, we're just going to get into what was inspired through the brother Aratazal, the Bishop of Aratazal, okay? That's in the GMS Camp Atlanta Church, all right? And he did a lesson recently. It's basically about, keeping your hands clean, all right? So we just want to do a recap or just land back off what the brother was going into through the spirit, all right? But without anything else, if you didn't have anything else to say.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
And that's the thing. See, a lot of jakes forget, coming in this thing, we ain't nothing but sheeps, okay? And if you really analyze a sheep typically follow the shepherd, and they follow each other, okay? Now, if you that sheep that just go do your own thing, eventually comes what? You're going to get slaughtered by a predator. You're going to get slaughtered by a wolf. You're going to get slaughtered by a lion. You're going to get slaughtered by a bear, okay? Hey, that's the thing, and it's truth, man. You got to follow Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, okay? And eventually you just got to check yourself, because if you go one direction and everybody else going the other, you could just be out there, okay? Just left out there for the slaughter, man, all right? Because there's hella wolves out here, okay? And don't forget, we're in the valley of shadow of death at the same time, all right? So here it is. You're in the valley of shadow of death. It's hella wolves out here. It's hella scorpions, thorns. All right, this thing is out to get you, man. Satan is always on the move. Okay, can you reread that, Babakusha?
Matthew 10 and verse 16. And it reads, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Yeah, wise as serpent. Now, I got the word wise right here pulled up on the online Atamai app, all right? Now, it says learned, okay? Yes, man, when you come in this thing, you have to be well learned. You have to come as a babe. You got to be humble with all humility. And you got to be well learned, man. Okay? You got to eat the whole roll. Because if you don't, you're going to get cut up out here, man. Okay? Only a wise individual, a learned individual can maneuver in a society like this. Okay? It says cunning, sane, prudent, discreet, experienced. All right? So when you hang around certain bros, hey, see it as an example. All right, because you're around men who's well experienced, okay? You should be picking the bones where they need to be picked at, man. For yourself, man, because the scripture says what? Examine thyself, okay? In order to examine thyself, you have to know your strengths and you have to know your weaknesses, okay? And you're not perfect. Even continue to build upon your strengths, man, okay? Increasing your strengths. It says having the power of this discerning and judging rightly.
Yeah, you have to learn how to discern, how to walk in this wicked world, man. When you first wake up, you're a little bit zealous, but, for brothers that's just waking up, you have to learn on the fly. You have to learn stuff that brothers learned 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. So you have to discern the times that you're in and how to apply this knowledge that you've been getting, this knowledge that you've been being fed to, in order how to conduct yourself, like, for instance, one of the main things is, there's a certain platform for giving Jake the truth. Like me and this brother doing a lesson right now. Lord willing, in the next few hours, we'll be at the camp speaking. There's a platform for that. You can't be at the job or, it's not even the time to tell your relatives or your parents the truth anymore like that, man. Because we in them times where, hey, these serpents are out here, man. These people are looking to get you caught up in what you said. So that's what the bishop was reiterating. Keep your hands clean. Just, follow the examples that's in the scriptures and follow the examples of men that you see preaching this truth and truth and sincerity.
Like you have the older father or something tell a young kid, hey, stay out of trouble, man.
Right.
Okay? That's all you got to do. Just stay out the way. Stay out the way of this BS that's going on in this society. Stay out of the way of that do-rag activity, hanging around the wrong individuals, man. Okay? Just chill, man. Okay? Read, pray, watch videos, do your thing. Be humble with it. But just stay out the way. I'm going to continue on. It says, meaning aware, cunning. So you got to be aware of your surroundings, man. All right, the scripture says what? Be ye watchmen. Okay, we're a spiritual watchman that's standing upon on a high tower, watching everything go down, alerting when something's going on. Okay, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, everything is spiritual, man. Okay. Now I'm gonna get that word harmless, and then if you had another precept, you can bring it out, brother. This is the word harmless. It reads uninjured, okay, and it says not causing or capable of causing harm. Yes, man. So be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. If you see a dove today, the main thing they're gonna do is just go away from you, okay, walk away from you or fly the other direction,
fly away from you.
Okay. Man, these doves out here are harmless as hell, man. That's how we got to be. While we out here, you know, mingling and going around working, wherever you at, man, just be harmless as a dove. Just don't talk. We get it. This place make you angry. This place makes you mad, okay? Whatever the situation might be, you fed up, you know, with Babylon the Great. But you got to use wisdom. You can't just go around punching people in the face. Can't go around whipping out your modern day sword, just going, you know, ape shit on these people, man. Okay, and it's like you for the language, but these are things you cannot do. Okay, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's gonna get vengeance. That's one thing our people always forget. They get so emotional, okay, especially being over here, and they try to take things in their own matter, try to take things in their own hands, and then eventually they get judged even harder, man.
That's right.
Okay, but that's pretty much all I have, brother, for those words.
I got a precept. This is Colossians 4:6. 4 and 5. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. Verse 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer every man. And in this day and age, man, like the scripture said, the love of many shall wax cold. You know, in this climate, it's best to just say please and thank you. If you're in somebody's way, oh, excuse me, people recognize that. They recognize there's something different about you. Instead of, you know, a lot of these instances that you see on your 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock news, that's all. A lot of these instances that you see, it was somebody that said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing. Now they're 6 feet deep. You know, a lot of these instances that you see on the news, somebody had a bad day and they just took it the wrong way. You know, it's like the saying goes, kill 'em with kindness. You know, you got to know how to season your words, especially in these lessons nowadays, man. You know, especially in these lessons nowadays, you shouldn't be flying off the broom handle, because you're going to be looking quite suspect, and you're speaking all this stuff, and you can't even defend yourself. We don't have an army, man. We're waiting on Yahweh Shah to come back, man, with the myriads of angels. And like the scripture says in Jeremiah 51, we're waiting for the Lord to turn us into a battle axe and weapons of war. We don't have any of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We're still eating this defiled bread, still breathing in this poisonous air. We don't have no power right now, man.
No, we're through.
So we got to walk in wisdom, man. There's nothing wrong with saying please, thank you, excuse me, have a nice day. You know, we aren't some radicals out here wearing all black and just being devious out here, man. Being nefarious out here. All right, we are just regular. We're the best citizens out here. If you get what I'm saying, you know, we gotta walk in wisdom out here, and we gotta conduct ourselves so people be like, when that time of persecution does come, man, them guys didn't do that, man. I see that guy every day at the store, man. That guy didn't do all that. Yeah, I seen him on the video, my man. They just preaching the Bible, man. And that's how you gotta conduct yourselves in these last days.
Look at the example with David, all right, King David. You know, when he pretended like he was, you know, slow or whatnot. You know, he was drooling on his beard and stuff. He was using wisdom. Okay, if he didn't do that, he would have probably been in the world of trouble. All right, but we already know, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he delivers whom he delivers, man. At the end of the day. And another example that he did, the scriptures kept constantly saying that he was going around as a wise man. Okay, that he was wise-minded. All right, he knew how to conduct himself around certain individuals, around certain men. Okay, he knew how to conduct himself, being with King Saul at the time. He knew how to act. He knew what to say. All right, just for an example, that's how we gotta act, man. All right, we gotta apply this within our daily lives, daily. Okay, whether we at the job, whether we out dealing with bros, whether we out dealing with a rib, or whatever the case may be. Okay? We have to just use wisdom, because this place out here will get you caught up, because it ain't right. It's perverse. All right? You can't come out and say, hey, I'm against homosexuals, or I'm against this, or transgender or something. Man, they'll look at you, throw them laws your way, man. Probably put you in prison, jail, whatever Esau want to do, because this is his kingdom. This is his heaven. Okay? You have any more precepts?
And this is Philippians 2 and 14 and 15. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and a perverse nation, among whom you shine as lights in the world.
Yeah, man, meaning just be quiet, okay? Just stay silent. Be a silent sheep. Be a silent woman unto the Lord, man, because we are his woman, all right? And he's our husband, man. So just be a quiet servant and just do what you got to do to serve, man, towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay? And it said no murmurings. A precept popped up in my head. Can you get Proverbs 8 and 13, Babak Shah? And then I got this Revelation 22 for you too.
All right, Proverbs 8 and 13.
Con.
All right, Proverbs 8 and 13. And it reads, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate.
Yeah, and the key word on it, that's a cold scripture, but the key word I want to point out, it said the foreign mouth, meaning those who yap a lot, okay? You can get yourself in trouble just for just talking too much, okay? Or saying too much, man. Just mind your business. If somebody having a conversation, stop butting into the conversation. If somebody tell you something secretly, just keep it to yourself, okay? Or if you know of something, man, just keep it to yourself. Because how the way Esau's moving right now, he's out to get people. All right, prime example, that 2/3 degenerate, the baby. Okay, he was on stage, he felt like he wanted to say what he wanted to say, and then he got all that backlash. Okay, just for a little example. All right, that's how we need to be moving, man. We got to be moving with silence, discretion. All right, using wisdom, man, harmless as a dove. All right, without spot and blemish. Because these Edomites, our enemies, all right, are out to kill us.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got one right quick.
Come on.
Proverbs 16 and 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Woo!
And we're going to need that, especially in these last days. This ain't about being the hardest Hebrew Israelite and having the toughest looks, man. You got to please the Lord, and you got to do the things that's pleasing to the Lord. First and foremost, doing the work that he commanded you to do without actually staying out of trouble, living a soft, boring life, so to speak, man. Because these people that go out and want to get caught up in the world, they end up on the 6 o'clock news, or they end up in some problems that they can't handle. So you got to be pleasing to the Lord, and he make his enemies that be at peace with you. It might be some Edomites in that day that be like, nah, he ain't do all that, man. Yeah, I don't agree with what he said, but he didn't do all that. That's the Lord putting the spirit on your enemies to work for you. So we got to be pleasing to the Lord, and the Lord is going to look after us.
Con. I got that revelation. This Revelation 22 and verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. So like it. Continuing on in verse 11, it reads, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. So the main point is, on the left-hand side, let the left-hand side be the left-hand side. Okay? If you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and you know what to do, and you're doing it to the best of your ability, just keep doing it, man. Okay? It says, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. Yes, man, continue to do your lessons. Continue to link up. Check in on the brother, all right? Check yourself. Repent, okay? Read here a little, there a little, all right? Go back on the video, study, okay? And this message for us too. Because at the end of the day, we know we're not exempt, man. None of us are exempt. But we're trying to get up out of here. We're trying to be saved. All right, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. But we got to follow these law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, man. Okay? This is an instruction for us, man. And for those who come in, later on, all right, just to be humble, be quiet, and follow in pursuit, man. And Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, the whole word of God in Jesus Christ. All right. It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. Yes, man. So if you know you got to do what you're supposed to do for Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, just do it. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a great reward. All right. In a twinkling of an eye, you're going to be changed. You're going to have those new bodies. Those promises is gonna come. Those blessings are gonna overtake us, man. Okay? But on this side, you have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You have to do things that's required of you as an Israelite man, woman, and child, man. Okay? You got it out.
That's all I have.
Okay, kind. But yeah, man, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, we're gonna close out by give all honor and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful lesson pushing the truth. All right, with that, shalom.
Shalom.